All right, good morning, y'all. Keith Dykes here with W.K.D Construction, and we are in the bathroom basement of the pool house. And on today's episode of the pool house, we are going to be installing a Schluter shower tray. We have prepped the walls with the Schluter W.K.D board, the styrofoam, and it's already waterproof, so I like that stuff. A lot less time than trying to waterproof over existing backer board or something. It saves a lot of time. It's kind of a little on the pricey side, but if you figure all the time and labor into waterproofing a concrete board, it's there. It's well worth the cost. So let's get with it. I'll show you what we got. But there is the W.K.D shower tray, which is basically just a waterproof with a structural foam. And I'm on a slab, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and figure out where the exact center of my tray is, glue up my trap. I'll pour some concrete in there, and then we'll sneak the shower drain in there. So on the framing of my shower, I could not find a tray that was exactly the same size, which is fine. It's no big deal. I had to get a pan that was a little wider and a little shorter. So I'm going to take the pan, go to the table saw, I'll rip it, that way it's nice and straight, and then I'll center it up, the length of it, center it up over the drain, and then I'll just have to mix up some dry packed mud with a Portland and sand, fill it in, and then we'll W.K.D band over the top of it, and it'll be nice and waterproof. My pan, the shower tray, is 60 inches long, 38 inches wide. My opening is 63 inches long, 35 inches wide. So like I said, I'm going to take that up. I'll cut it on the table saw. You can use whatever you want to use, but I'm just going to use the table saw, make it nice and clean. And I'll come down and see if it fits. All right, so it cut it beautifully. One side. Come on, get in there, baby. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Give you all a little quick peek. As you see, I got about 1.5 inches here, 1.5 inches there. And that's what I was talking about. I was just going to have to make a dry pack mud out of Portland and sand. We'll fill it in, let it set up, and then we'll come back and W.K.D band. Everything's got to be W.K.D band anyway, so we'll get it all nice and sealed. And then we'll do a flood test, see how it works. Here's a flange kit by Schluter. It does really well. When you buy a shower tray, it comes with this flashing that goes over the top of this. That way it waterproofs everything. I started using Schluter, I don't know, a couple years ago. Been really happy with it. It's really user friendly. Really works really well. If I get it open. So came with some corners, inside corners, outside corners. A pipe flashing for your shower head. A valve, mixing valve seal, and a PVC glue-on flange. So I don't know how good I can do this. I might have to move the camera in there a bit. So, as you can see, I have a slab. I've really I've always used on the crawl space, so I haven't had to install it on a slab. So I'm going to have to kind of do it a little bit different. I will have to figure out what the height of my pipe needs to be cut at. I'll have to get it, glue it in there, let it set. Go ahead and fill that hole, that void, with Satcrete. And then I can come back and glue this in after the concrete sets up. I kind of got to look at instructions, and you can actually take out this foam right here and go ahead and set the drain flange and then set this over the top of it. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and kind of do it just like a crawl space installation. I'll go ahead and measure my piece of pipe that I need in there. Put it in there. Get a piece of pipe about 2 5/8 inches. So, flip this up, and I'll go ahead and header this off. I'll use some other foam, some Kerdi board, fill that void up, and just go ahead and leave a hole about like what you would cut in a subfloor. Go ahead and pour concrete, let it dry, and then we'll come back tomorrow and I'll use the Schluter all set. We'll set the pan, set the flange, get everything taped, Kerdi banded up, and let it dry. And then we'll go to flood test the next day. So. Little leftover Kerdi board works awesome. I haven't glued it in there yet. I just dry fit it. Yes, I think it'll work wonderfully. So take it off, glue it up, I'll just glue the pipe onto the flange, and then tomorrow, after the concrete sets up, then I'll go ahead and get everything glued in there. Alright, so I just mixed up a little bit of Satcrete. I'm going to fill this side full. I may pour just a little bit in on the other side, the drain side, up to the top of the drain, just to kind of cover the dirt up. That way the moisture won't wick so bad up in there. Got it poured. Like I said, I just put a little bit in there just to keep from moisture, ground moisture just kind of wicking up through there. And if it does, it'll just stay in there. Check in the cooler house. Day number 2. Getting ready to set the Schluter pan. So, yesterday I went ahead, poured the concrete in there. Got the P-trap glued in. We're ready to go with that. Today, I vacuumed everything out, and then I took a wet sponge, wiped everything down real good, get all the dust and stuff, mixed up some Schluter all set, and we're getting ready to set the shower tray. Big guy in a little shower. So I'm just going to do the back half, and then I'll set the tray, then I'll set the front, and then lay it down, then I get in here. But it's going to be kind of hard. A little tight, Bill. But I'm just using a Schluter 1/4 by 1/4 square notch trowel. You don't have to use the Schluter. When I ordered some D-tray heat mat, this came with it, so that's why I'm using it. Plus it's new, nice and shiny. Right there. And they say to directional trowel it. That way everything's running the same way, and you push it down, the air bubbles can't escape. I haven't mashed it down yet. I want to make sure that my drain lines up perfectly in the center. I'll get this kind of dry fitted in there. I'll smash it down. Then I'll take it back out, glue it up, fill that full of mud, and glue the flange in there. Alright, so we've got the recess completely flooded with mud. Not the hole, but just just around the foam on the tray there. I got my pipe glued in. I'll go ahead, give it a little glue there, glue down in the hole. Give it a good squish, and embed this dude and put the flashing around it. Oh yeah. Perfect embedment. Look at that. Nice. So in my shower tray kit, it came with the flashing. It didn't come with the drain flange, but it did come with the flashing. Just flood, basically just flood a nice good coat on top of that, on top of the flange and over onto the shower tray. Just stick it down, try to center it up in the hole. Oh, my knees is killing me. Then I just push that offset, Schluter offset into those fibers. After I get it nice and embedded in there, I will take a little bit of the Schluter offset, just kind of skim coat and fill in that small void right there. And then once I get it where I want to, then I'll just take a little towel sponge, just kind of clean that up. We got the flange and the flange waterproofing installed, but as you can see on the end, I have a gap and a gap. So I'm going to get some Portland cement and some sand and make a dry pack material and fill that in. We'll let it set up tonight, and then tomorrow we'll come back in. I'll do the corners and K.D band and start doing all my screw heads and seams. So your dry mix sand is 5:1, 5 parts sand, 1 part Portland cement. I just use my paint cup because I don't need a whole lot of dry mix. So I just use 5 cups of sand and 1 cup of Portland. I'll take it in, we'll mix it up with the mixer. All right, so I got my dry pack mixed up. It doesn't take a whole lot of water, very little at all. You just want to kind of make it really humid. I mean, you just want to make it a ball where it'll stay. You don't want it too wet, as it ain't going to hold, but that'll pack really well and dry hard. And this is just my grout float. I don't do a lot of dry pack mud, so I don't have any wood floats. I could use a concrete float, but this works plenty good. Just make sure you get it all packed in there real good. So there we have it. We got the mud on both ends. The flange is mudded in and waterproofed, and tomorrow we'll let this dry. We'll come back and K.D band the corners and all of the screw heads, which I started on some right there. I did start on those a little bit. I had some mud left over from the pan, so I just thought I'd go ahead and put those on there. Alright y'all, that was how we installed a Schluter shower tray on a concrete slab. Well, I've been putting this video together, doing all the editing, and it's running a little long, so I think I'm going to quit it right here. I'm going to stop it. We'll just put this little outtake, this little outro, whatever you want to call it, and do a part 2 series. So keep an eye out for part 2, where we will waterproof, K.D band, and flood test the shower tray. That way we make sure we don't have any leaks whatsoever before we start tiling. Once again, thanks for watching, and got it, coach.